Hey guys, so I got this idea from this really awesome creator, and I should have thought of this, like, it's obvious, but as I'm gaining followers and posting more content, I would like to make a video kind of telling you guys what my channel is about, and I'm gonna pin it to the top of my profile so everyone who comes to my channel can like see that video and understand what I'm doing here. So ultimately, I want my channel to be based on 4 principles: debate, communication, critique, and education, eventually. And I know this is a TikTok, so I'll try to make it quick. Growing up, I was raised Roman Catholic, and although it brought me joy, it brought me more pain than happiness. And I'm on a journey to let the best ideas govern my life and find peace and closure when it comes to the religion or the ideas I believe in. For the longest time, I've always liked to talk about controversial topics, and I've always wanted to debate and host debates, and that's kind of what I want to do on my channel. I'm going to try to host debates in the traditional sense and like format it like the debates I've seen on YouTube, but also sometimes I'm not always going to stick to that traditional format of debates when it comes to having debates. It might just be like debates or like conversation, but it's going to have that element of competitiveness, and I want to see people bring facts to the table and be able to argue their position. I also want to partake in that. I want to compete and bring facts to the table and argue my positions. Another way I'm going to format my channel is I love talking to you guys. I love interacting with your comments. I love responding to stuff. I like communication, but I want to keep you guys entertained. So a couple weeks back, I bought a gaming computer, and I got some pretty cool games on it. Growing up, I used to play on stations like Xbox 360 or PS4, or I had a PSP, I had a Nintendo DS, but I wanted to play video games online, so I got like a PC game computer. I might suck at PC games. I think I'm okay, but bear with me. And I'm basically just going to be playing those games while also talking to you guys and keeping you guys entertained that way. The idea to game while debating and talking about controversial topics was inspired by Destiny, who's like one of my favorite debaters on YouTube. And I just thought it would be really cool and a really way to engage the audience, and at the same time kind of bring something special to TikTok and do it differently than other creators who host lives and talk about God and pose the question, prove to me that God exists, or prove to me that God doesn't exist. As for conversation, I want to have conversations with you guys. If you're a Christian or whatever religion you're from, feel free to come to my channel and like share your story on how you became a religious person. And hell, if you want to preach to me, but make sure that you come with facts and legitimate ways to justify your religion, because I will question you and I will push back a little bit on it. But I do want to have conversations, and calm conversations, and conversations that lack competitiveness. We don't always have to be competing or arguing against each other. When it comes to the 3rd principle of critique, ultimately I'm trying to create a community where atheists and Christians can come together and share what you believe in, but at the same time be open-minded and willing to critique what you believe in. I want to promote the idea of being open-minded, and if you're truly searching for the truth, you have to be open-minded and have a willingness to be wrong and try new ideas and look into other things that maybe you might not have checked before. I think these are really important qualities when it comes to growing and going through life. We should always be changing and checking our ideas to find the best one and let the best one govern our lives, because ultimately we want to make the best decisions and live the best life that we can. And my last principle is education. I want to make sure that every fact, every argument that I make to you guys is something that I believe in, and also something that's factual and based. I don't want to spread any lies. I don't want to talk on things that I don't really have an understanding about. And I see that there are a lot of creators on this app that are making accounts or have been here before me and have accounts based solely on like deconstruction and really just analyzing Christian arguments and arguing about whether they're logical or not, and pointing out the flaws in Christianity. I don't really know anything about deconstruction, and I can't really help you there, but I am just really critiquing the ideas of Christianity, and I'm an agnostic atheist, and I'm learning about atheism and teaching about atheism, I guess, in my journey to learn more about it But I hope that someday I will read enough books to where I will know what deconstruction is and truly understand the concept and be able to help people with their deconstruction journeys, leaving Christianity and trying to, start afresh and build new ideas, find the best ideas for their lives and find peace. Right now, I'm not really educated enough to help people with that, and so that's not really part of my channel's mission ultimately. When it comes to education, my channel is basically educating you about Christians and what they argue about, the pros and cons of Christianity, and the pros and cons of atheism. And I'm basically showing you what I'm learning on my journey. But yeah, ultimately, that's really it. That's what my channel is. As far as like negativity, I don't want anyone bashing anybody on my channel. I don't want anyone telling people that they're going to go to hell on my channel. At least not in a super aggressive sense. This channel is going to be hosting debates, and I am going to be partaking in debates, and yeah, it's going to get competitive sometimes. Maybe insults and cursing might slip out and be thrown around, but I'm going to try my best to just keep this environment as clean and as happy and as peaceful as possible. So that's really it when it comes to what my channel is ultimately about. And ultimately, I would like to build a website and eventually have like articles and list out ultimately what are the pros and cons of Christianity and what are the pros and cons of atheism, and then even try to branch out into other religions. I tried to keep this video short, didn't want to stretch it too long. Hopefully you stayed with me till the end. And that's really what my channel is about. A lot of this stuff I was saying off the top of my head, but just giving you an overall idea of what my channel is. So thanks for sticking with me, thanks for watching, and that's what my channel is going to be.